We back. We are back like we never left. You gotta love it, man. Well, yes, Sirski, we are back. Oh man. And look at that drop, chat. Below that gray box, right? We kind of said earlier, would not be looking to get short unless we break for new lows. And guess what? We got new lows put into the downside. Pretty clean move there to the downside, chat. About 92-point drop. It's funny how that works sometimes, right? So we back like we never left. It's Friday. So what is that? Somebody saying, what is the gray box? Yeah, this is the range that we were stuck in going into lunchtime. And this was the low. So if you guys remember, this was the low that I called out multiple times, guys, that in my opinion needed to get broken before we headed lower to the downside, right? 23,440 area. You had a clean break on this candle, right? Put in a new low, close below the box. You had more downside continuation. So you got to love that. So now, I mean, I guess the question is how low can we go? Hold on for a second, guys. So, you know, I guess, you know, looking at the higher time frame, that would be your deciding factor. But we're low. We're sub 300. We're sub 400, chat, at the moment. So if you kind of map out the monthly chart, keep in mind at the beginning of the morning stream, I pointed out a level that could be of interest, all the way down at 23,325, guys. That's the daily candles. The monthly candles like low of this candle from July, right? That's like the closest area down here. So these lows, do we have enough momentum to get down to 23,325? That's the question. Well, we're not close. We're not far from it. So a lot of bearish momentum in the market, chat. We know that we had, somebody was saying that Trump was speaking. So did anybody catch that Trump speech, guys? That was supposedly, he's, I guess, talking to farmers at 12:30. Who caught that speech? Is he still on at the moment? He stayed on topic. Gotcha. I saw a golden tractor. Oh, man. So, yeah, I mean, it's you know, you had a clean break to the downside here, guys. So, at the moment, I mean, there's nothing kind of saying to get long, so you have to be bearish bias in the short term at least. You got bearish structure pretty much on every time frame until that changes, right? So this was the clean break that we needed for lower lows, right? So we were in a range, we stuck in that range for quite some time, right? 10 o'clock to basically 1:15. So now you would have to, in theory, be targeting, right? As long as price kind of keeps up the bearish structure, of lower highs and lower lows, you're targeting 330 or lower, right? Maybe 300 level. Who knows? Maybe we get some kind of pushback up, chat, to kind of retest EMA and then kind of sell off. Who knows, right? You gotta let this kind of play out a little bit. If you're looking for shorts, like I said, your stop at this point would be back below the previous candle's high, and you're looking for more downside to kind of creep into the market. And there's a new low. So yeah, I mean that 330 level could be in play. You got to look out, right? Because there's really nothing at this point. We had the consolidation for over 3 hours. Then you had a flush McGush finally to the bottom of the zone, guys. You're targeting potentially 330 or lower. It's kind of bleeding out now as we speak. So still some downside here, potentially to this box, guys. Right, so 330 or lower. Maybe you get some kind of retracement on the way down, but you know, in theory, that's where you would have to be targeting, right? So myself kind of wrote some of that down there for a quick like 10-point kind of setup there, right, to the downside, and we'll see if we can get kind of like some clarity now. So that was a nice flush. Broke out between previous candles lows and has some continuation down there, guys, right? You got pretty close, 23,344. So within like 10 points of that, the top of the gray box, and then a push right back up at the moment. Chart is delayed. Yeah, so it actually, yeah, I gotta log out of this and log back in here, guys. Give me 1 second here. Let me switch to this setup. Give me 1 second. It like kicked me out. You guys probably saw that. It kicked me out for some reason. Said the chart wasn't so let me try to log out and log back in here. Not sure why it's doing this. Let me check the matter of fact, let me check NQ1. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, give me 1 second here, guys. I'm just switching this over because I got basically two trading view screens I'm logged into for the display behind me as well. So give me 1 second here. Log out of this. All right. NQM. All right, we back. All right, so there you go. There's the top of the this 330 area, guys. Bottom of the box. So if you took the short there, you were able to kind of ride that down to the bottom of the box. So that's the touch of basically that previous monthly candles, kind of like wick, chat, right? The low was 23,325. We just put in a low at 23,328, so we got pretty close. Hard to be bullish, or yeah, hard to be bullish. However, you might get some kind of reaction at this level, guys, right? So you had some selling pressure. We broke out of that box, had a small retracement back towards the EMA, had a rejection back down. So now remains to be seen, right? So is this going to continue? Right, this is the monthly chart, and I mean, you got room down here, guys. Somebody I think mentioned earlier to like, hey, could we get to 23,300? Well, we're pretty much there, right? Previous the morning stream, somebody said, can we get to 23,300? We are there, and it's looking extremely bearish, guys, at the moment. If we continue to put in lower highs and lower lows, there's nothing that's kind of stopping this from continuing down. This is a lot of lower, right? Lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. So you're kind of watching to see now, is there maybe some kind of push back up and then continuation to the downside? Who wants to hold buys? Yeah. That's you know what? That's a good point. Zen Trades. Yeah, you're exactly right. So we got a thought process here, chat, as well. Who wants to hold buys going into the weekend, right? Who wants to hold longs going into the weekend? So, and I know it's only 213, but make no mistake about it. Like, do you really want to hold longs? Think about it, right? Do you really want to hold longs going into the weekend, where we just literally said, hey, Iran, you got until April 6th at this point to kind of talk through, some things about the war and all of that, guys. So, but it's funny how, this is a level that we talked about earlier. We just hit that level. So now this kind of goes back to the convo we had earlier, chat, when we pivoted for those longs on this crazy retracement back up. And this was what I was looking for to get short. You see how clear that is, though? It's like clear direction to the downside, right? So this is what you wanted. This is ideal price action for shorts, right? This is a break of the box to the downside. So this is it's kind of funny how it played out, and you're able to see both sides of it in this case. So you gotta love it. Can we go to daily? Yeah, the daily chart. Yeah, this is a daily chart. I mean, it's you can let me take these off. Hold on one second. Just because it'll be a little easier. Because remember, you're going to see all those arrows basically kind of sitting on the daily candle. So this is your daily chart now. Make no mistake about it, guys. Downtown Julie Brown. Cray cray with Lil Ray Ray. Look how many new lows on dojis. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying, guys. This is you know, so yeah. All right, so let's do this. Let's do this, chat. So at this point, right? So just for context. So we know that this was the overnight, kind of like the overnight area that we pointed out on the morning stream. And we had, you know, did a measurement from the top. Basically those previous highs sitting up there. Right, 1 o'clock area, kind of measured to the downside. Let's see where we're at now. So we're down over 650 points, guys, to the downside. This is a bleed out. Make no mistake about it. So 650 point roughly drop from the overnight highs. And until we get back above the 14 with momentum, I mean, it's hard to want anything to do with longs at the moment. Maybe we get some kind of push up here in the short term to kind of trap some people, whatever the case may be, and then we kind of reverse. But 650 points, that's a lot of downside, guys, right? So, just tuning in, any trades made. I had a quick scalp on the short to the downside there for a few points, right? So, a little bit over 10 points. You got one account that's up at this point over $1,500, $1,580. This is the account that I was trading this morning, right? It's up now $1,580. And then I have the second account that I traded here. That's actually up right on that quick short to the downside. Quick trade, $260. So that's it. No copy trading. Haven't copy traded a lot this week, guys, because we had some chop fests. It's interesting that going into the end of the week, we're getting better price action, right? So if that continues next week, hey, I'll be back to copy trading. Make no mistake about it. And here's the push back up. Not surprised. 550 point downside, guys. Right? Could be expected that we're, you know, we could be in for some kind of short-term rebound, but we all know that going into the close today, there could be a sell-off potentially because going into the weekend. So 1 hour EMA, we're far from the 200. Let's map this. Let's pull that up. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we are. But, I mean, remember, though, right? So the way you got to look at, I mean, the way that I look at it is that you got to get to the EMAs on the lower time frames before you're going to reach it on the higher time frames, right? That's how it works. So the 5-minute chart sitting at 23,600. So that would be like my first level, right? That we need to, that's the 200 EMA on the 5-minute chart. So we got to get to that 200 EMA before you even think about the 1 hour. Right, we gotta get above the 14 before you can think about the 50, right? So that's just how it works. So let's see what happens here, chat. Let's see what we can kind of frame out. D, did you see the Ocala trade on ES 480 to 420? No, I did not. Didn't watch it. Went to lunch, guys. I saw somebody was like, "What did I get for lunch?" Well, to be honest, I grabbed a slice of pizza. You know, Ginger was saying she was going to Whole Foods, and I ended up, I had to make a few calls and was talking to my sister, guys, had a few things I had to take care of. And I'm just like driving around, to be honest, like on the phone. And I'm like, man, let me pop into Whole Foods. Got a slice of pizza. Got a slice of cheese pizza, guys. And let me tell you, let me switch the camera view for this, because maybe somebody on the stream is about to walk into Whole Foods or something. Do not try the cheese pizza at Whole Foods Pompano Beach, guys, right now. It's a womp womp. So that slice was not good. You gotta love that. Oh, man. Whole Foods Pizza is goated. Well, it wasn't goated today. And we're going to say you're full. Well, actually, we're not because it's too long. M1GH. We'll just leave it at that. It was not good today, sir. Not at that location. So, I beg to differ. Ginger said the salad bar is good. Oh, D, I didn't mean he streamed. I mean those 2080 levels went down today. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I wasn't. I'm not looking at, I don't really look at the 80-20 or whatever, guys. You know, I'm looking at my own kind of like setups here. I know that obviously Ocala's had a lot of success with him. The guy's gotten over $3 million in payouts. So clearly, you know, whatever he's looking at works. So, or he kind of figured out how to make it work for him. I'll say that, chat, right? Because you can have a strategy that you know, in theory works, but you got to know how to use it, right? And how to apply it to your trading style. So clearly he's figured out how to adjust it for his trading. So Whole Food has the best pizza. Yeah, we're gonna give you a 10-second timeout for that, sir. The reason why is because I beg to differ today. I was not impressed with the Whole Foods pizza. So you got a 10-second timeout there, trying to convince me that the pizza was is good there. No, sir. JC Trades. You had to change the camera just to make your point about the nasty slice of pizza you had today. That is hilarious. Hey, I'm just being honest. I had to make sure you guys had the right view because I need to emphasize how disappointed I am with the Whole Foods cheese slice today, chat. Now, maybe some of the other they have multiple selections. So if you go over to the area there, you got multiple options. But I chose cheese. I figured that it's hard to mess up a slice of cheese pizza, chat. And let me tell you, it was not good at all. So oh man, refund. Yeah, I didn't have time to refund, guys. We had to get ready for the afternoon stream. They got me good. Whole Foods Pompano Beach, you got me good. You gotta love it. You're getting a bit of a bearish reaction off the 14 EMA here, guys, at the moment. Let's see if this holds up to the downside. We're gonna find out. D, pumpkin pizza is the best. Never had it. Never had it. Did you eat it cold or something? No, it was just it was like, it's hard to say like salty because it's like pizza, right? So it wasn't like I don't know if it tasted almost like too salty, guys, if that makes any sense. Not good at all. Glad I only bought one slice because I'm like, I'll pick up my daughter this afternoon. We'll get something good later. Trying to keep it light, trying to keep it tight, if you know what I mean. Getting ready for the dunk contest. So, but yeah, not happy, guys. Trump posted our military operation in Iran is going great. Really? He just posted that right now? Well, I mean, hey, I will post that as well when we're down 600 points. I mean, right? What's wrong with salty? MJ, you want a salty cheese slice of pizza? We're gonna give you a timeout there, sir, because you're clearly trying to take their. I feel like you're taking their side. So we're gonna give you a 10-second timeout there, sir. You're trying to agree with the pizza being salty. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You got a 10-second timeout. Oh, man. He's gone. Yeah, he's gone for 10 seconds. We got to let him think about that. He's back already, so he's laughing about it. So, you got to love it. He gone. Now he's back. All right, so let's see what happens here, guys, right? Do we have enough momentum to kind of break below, put in new lows? Basically, below 23,345. If it gets broken to the downside here, you're targeting back below, in my opinion, 23,328, guys. right? Just a simple retracement to the EMA. You had an EMA touch as well, so that's bearish. If we lose this previous candle low, look out for potential of more downside to 327 or lower. Maybe even approaching 315 area, right? Basically breaking out of this box to the downside. So let's see what happens. The only thing I don't like here, we did put in a higher high, chat, right? Compared to that previous 5-minute candle. So see how this plays out. But we know we've had a lot of bearish momentum in the market, chat. This is your 15-minute chart, kind of give you perspective how the 15-minute candle is looking if you're not looking at it. It is green. But it's looking a little weak at the moment. Do they have enough to flush this previous candle's low and take us lower? We're going to find out. Long America, Chewy. So Trump, was that a tweet, guys? Was that a tweet that he posted? I'm taking it. He'll speak at F1 Miami today. Oh, okay, so that's what that 5:30 is. F1. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, he's scheduled for that for 5:30. He's scheduled for that for 5:30 today. Did I take a long? No, I did not take a long. I did not take a long. Need to see how this candle, in my opinion, kind of reacts here. You got 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm trying to see how this candle finalizes, guys. If you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button. We got to keep the 1,000 like streak alive, guys, in the afternoon session. So got PW coming back on Monday. He's streaming the race tomorrow. So be cool to kind of tell him that, hey, we were able to get 1,000+ likes on the afternoon show and 2,000+ every day while he was out trying to do my part to hold down the fort, myself and Ginger. So you gotta love it. So if you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button, guys. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. Iceman, I tend to do better during the Asian session and overnight session when it gets a little slower. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that though, right? So if you can recognize that, I talked about that a few days ago, that some people tend to trade better in those sessions. You know, some people love the Asian session or London session, right? Because that's like fits their schedule. Maybe they're more relaxed, whatever it is, right? Price tends to kind of move a little slower at times. So there's nothing wrong with that, right? If you identified that, then there's nothing wrong with trading that. Or if you're gonna trade outside of the, you know, those time frames, there's nothing wrong with maybe sizing down, trading smaller. So there's nothing wrong with that at all. It's good that you recognize that. What is Warbucks? Warbucks is a crypto prop firm, PW's crypto prop firm. You gotta love it. So the same way how I'm trading futures, these are Lucid accounts I'm trading. You can trade crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc., and attempt to leverage Warbucks' capital and get payouts, right? You're putting up a certain amount of money to buy valuation, test accounts, etc., and then you're able to use their capital to trade. If you're able to get funded. Well, shout out to my daycare guys. As we wait, this candle kind of closes out. Make no mistake about it, we got Easter coming up, and there's another $35 charge for Easter egg hunt and party for my daughter. She's 2, guys, so you gotta love that. I know, it's crazy. Shout out to the daycare. They got me again. Yeah, golden eggs that these guys are Gotta love it, chat. All right, so we put in a lower high, but we put in a higher low. So just kind of keep that in mind, chat, right? We weren't able to flush that previous candle's low to the downside as we kind of build out here. So just be mindful of that we have not yet broken previous candles low, and we have not yet broken previous candles high. So until we're trying to right now, right? We're trying to break that previous candles high. All right, so the high of the previous candle, 23,369. This current candle, 23,369. You got an equal high here, chat. So if we're able to get back above this 370 level, look out for a pop potentially to the upside here. If we can't and we start flushing lower back below 348, then that could be the top, the short-term top, if that makes any sense. So need to be aware that you got an equal high currently on the 5-minute chart. So you break that 370 area, could be targeting back above the 14 EMA, 376, maybe 390. So need to wait to kind of see how this shapes out. So a lot of times after like a push to the upside, chat, you get that equal high. It's just kind of building out, and this current candle just pushes right past it. So we need to see like how this forms, right? You got 3 minutes left on this current candle. There's a ton of time on this 5-minute candle, guys. So a lot of people play those equal highs, right? They put a order above it, 370 area, 371, and then they ride the pop up maybe to like 400 level or higher. Remains to be seen what's gonna happen. D, what's your P&L this week? These accounts are green, guys. So had a quite, I mean, I think the biggest caveat this week is, you guys saw that I had a ton of, quite a few, I should say, choppy trades that I got chopped on, because at one point during the week, I mean, you just weren't getting follow through on breakouts, right? That's where a lot of people were getting chopped. You would get like a break or just like a little poke above like a previous candle high, which is enough to kind of get you into that trade if you're a breakout trader, and then price would just pull back and stall out. So, but pretty good week overall, right? So we'll kind of see what next week brings, especially with this whole thing now that, you know, we've gotten extended. Iran has more time, right? Basically extended to April 6th. So today we're good as well. Over $1,500 on one account. This account's up $246. Didn't do copy trading this week, guys. I know a lot of people were questioning why I didn't copy trade. Well, I just kind of explained it, because why would I put on, in my opinion, extended risk when you're not getting follow through and you're a breakout trader? Now that doesn't mean that you can't, you know, like today, to be honest, would have been a great day to kind of copy trade, because you had some nice momentum to the downside that you could have kind of capitalized on. But it depends on the price action. All right, it just depends. I didn't like what I was kind of seeing at the beginning of the week, so I had no intention of copy trading. What's the tax rate for us in the US for futures trading? Well, they're going to consider that capital gains, sir. So, you know, I'm not a financial advisor, so you need to check with a tax, you know, accountant or whatever the case may be to kind of get the full scoop on that. But I'll just leave it at that, because I'm not licensed to give financial advice. So Corn Dog John, prop firms are not futures trading income. Yeah, but it's still going to count as income though for you, right? So if you, it's going to count as additional income. So which will probably end up, well, I'll put it like this: if you're profitable, right? If you're profitable, you got to worry about that. If you're not making payouts, then I mean, that's a whole other discussion. So. All right, we broke the previous candle's high, guys, but we pushed right back down, so that's not bullish. It's kind of feeling like a swipe, just a kind of like a swipe of that equal high, and then we push right back down. So that's not great for the bulls. This is looking like they could want to roll back over to the downside at the moment. Let's see. We just lost the previous candle's low. And that previous candle was bullish, guys, on the 15-minute chart. So, bounce soon next couple days. VIX up 12%, maybe. I mean, somebody said Trump said something, right? That Iran, referring to Iran, but is it bad to cheer against a trade you were just in when you took your money off the table early? No. I mean, I think everybody does that, right? Everybody does that, guys, right? Because you're like, hey, I wanted to not continue to move in my direction, right? That's normal, man. Obviously, you know that we have no impact on the market, so just a mental thing. But yeah, we're all guilty of doing that, I think, at some point. Look out, guys, on a pop of previous candle high. We're headed probably to 400 or higher, right? If we can get above the previous 5-minute candle's high. Because that bottom wick, you just swept the lows and then we push right back up. So let's see if we get some fireworks here, or just simply just kind of like some trickery to push back lower. And we're going to drop a poll in the chat. We'll wait a few minutes to see how you guys are feeling about this 3 to 4 hour. Uppers or downers, or chop suey. Somebody said they talked to the trade. Yeah. Guys, I'm guilty. I've done all of that, chat. I've done all of that. It's like funny, right? If you're like trading at home, guys, in a room by yourself, and like somebody comes in and you're like trying to talk to the charts, you're talking to the candle. Dr. Just John, let's go. Yeah, let's see what happens. All right, so you had an equal high. We barely popped it. We had a this candle open up and push right back down, guys. So to me, that's bearish temporarily, right? Unless we can start kind of getting back above these previous highs. So you're looking at price action to kind of dictate your thought process here. You got 50 seconds left on the current 5-minute candle. So the bulls clearly want momentum to step in, guys, but I think you know, you have to be leaning towards at least an attempt for lower lows, because we were not able to. That equal high basically got kind of wiped out, and then we had a drop immediately. So let's see. So there was a drop on this current candle. You got 9 seconds left, though. There's still time. So, you're getting a bit of a pullback. So if we break these lows, 351, you're targeting 330 or lower, guys. Back to the bottom of that box that I have drawn out on the screen, right? So we need to see if the momentum kind of continues to the downside, or we get this yoke action that kind of back and forth, no follow through, kind of trapping both sides with these wicks. Levels are getting shot down too fast in these markets. Yep. We had a lot. I mean, we have to be honest though, chat. We had some pretty clean price action this morning though, right? In the morning session. So you can't get too picky in this kind of market that we've had over the last like month or so, or maybe even more than a month. So pretty close to equal highs there. Yeah, just wiki wick action, chat. We'll go ahead and drop the poll as we kind of get this seesaw action back and forth. All right, so we broke that low. So now we need to kind of see here. Are we going to get followed through, or are they going to just knee jerk this? Yeah, this is just trappy action, guys, right now. So we'll drop the poll. The longer we don't break down, guys, that's not great for the bears after we've had that crazy sell-off to the downside. Just kind of be mindful of that, even though it's nasty, right? The longer we don't kind of put in lows back below all these lows, that's not great for the bears. But let's do a poll here for Power Hour. Look at the push. Look at the push, guys. So a lot of people just got chopped there, right? Pretty violent push to the upside. About 35 points and then a pullback. Cray. Somebody said more bull crap. Yep, pretty much. Pretty much. That's an account blower if I ever seen one, guys. That kind of candle. Right? With that long wick after that push to the upside. That's definitely an account killer. Got about 5 seconds left. We dropped the poll in the chat, guys. So, cray looking 5-minute candle. 43% feel like we're going up, I guess, going into the close because of the sell-off that we've had already in the morning. I imagine that's why that percentage is so high. You got 33% feel like we're going down, and then you got 22% at the moment feel like we're gonna get chop. So. Mixed bag, but clearly longs are so far leading the pack, bulls, 283 votes. All right, so let's see what we got here, guys. Right, look, consolidation area, kind of mapping out on the chart. We see that clearly. Let's kind of do this. So now if we lose these lows down here, guys, we could get a flush even lower, chat. Keep that in mind, right? Because when you see these highs get put in and then we just pull back and we start breaking lows, look out to the downside. We could be sitting below 300. So well, I'm watching to see if we break like 345 area. If we break 345, that's not great for longs, guys, right? Could be ready for the downside party to kind of continue here. So yeah, this is that area, that 344 area. Got about a minute and 55 seconds left on this current candle. So do they flush these lows, chat? And we're off to 300. Below like 340 area, 344 area, and then we're off to 328, and then obviously probably 300 going into the close or lower. So far, the poll, 42% feel like we're going up. So, they playing games. Quit playing games with my heart. NQ. Got about a minute left on this candle, guys. So that's the kind of thought process I have right now, right? Why can't we kind of push higher after we had that crazy candle? We start losing these lows down here below 344. Look out to the downside. That's how I'm playing that, to be honest. Almost like a swipe of the highs, and then we kind of fall off a cliff. $40K day, D-Money. Thank you. I'm locking out. Wow. ICE, congrats. 40,000. You got to love it. Squeeze is what it is. You're saying when people say squeeze, they normally say to the upside. So you're saying we're going to pop here, or are you saying we're going to drop? Payout tomorrow. Nice. Congrats. I'm happy for you, man. If you're a male, I don't know if you're a male or a female because your name doesn't say, right? But congrats either way. I don't want to say man and be rude if you're a female. That's like not like correct, right? So forgive me if you're a female and I said man. That's kind of rude. So we're popping and dropping. Retrace and dump. Yeah, we could. Yeah, I mean, so ideally, I mean, if that's going to happen, like I said, these lows, you know, thought process still remains the same, right? We lose 344. Look out for more downside. We're in that 250 time, chat. So this is the last, we're within the last 10 minutes of the 1 hour candle. And a lot of times you get to move the opposite direction. The current candle is, I mean, it's a nasty 1 hour candle, chat. Long wicks, top and bottom. So you got to love that. Definitely a battle kind of going on between the bulls and the bears. Keep in mind, yesterday we had trickery at 412. We had a 200 plus point pop to the upside. Tuesday we had the same thing, right? 250, I think, plus pop to the upside. Question is, was this like a liquidity grab or something, guys, right? Just kind of tricking people into trying to get super bullish, and then we just sell right back off to the downside. Bulls versus Bears. It's a Chicago thing. LOL, my city. So I had to say it. Yeah. You're right. You're right. Shout out to Chicago. Chi-Town in the house. Stops depend on your the trade setup, right? Every trade's a little bit different. Typically no more than like 20 points. All right, there it is. There it is, guys. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Who took that short, guys? If you took that short, drop a W in the chat. There's the break. There's the break. Don't say I didn't talk about it. Somebody's going to say I didn't talk about it. But, hey, you got to love it. Man, oh, man. And I think there could be more here, chat. Make no mistake about it. 300 level could be in play or lower. So that break there, you could have got about 20 points on the break to the downside. We saw that, you know, a lot of times when NQ guys, when you see that like this candle, when you see this candle here, chat, and it put in that high and swept all those previous candles highs and then the next candle pushed down, that's not bullish. That's bearish, guys, because how come we didn't have enough momentum to continue lower, right? That's what you got to ask yourself. So that's why I was kind of waiting for that break to the downside for the short. You got to love it. Do me a solid if you haven't already, guys. Hit the like button. Trying to get to 2,000 or to 1,000 likes in the afternoon. We've had that streak rolling for the last. To be honest, I don't even know the last time we had under 1,000 likes on a stream. So, do me a solid. Hit the like button, guys. We're out here trying to make a little money. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. So that lower 300 level, guys, that would be the area, right? Because it's like an even, you know, like, hey, 300 level, whatever the case may be. Maybe you get a push up here and then they kind of continue, but wouldn't be surprised if we get to 300 or lower. Keep an eye out here. There's Flush McGush. So this was, keep in mind, chat. So one of the cool things you got to take pride in as a trader, if you're kind of calling out things before they happen, guys, it's always funny when somebody's, you know, it's hard to say that, you know, you're calling out something in hindsight, but this is ideal price action that you want. Clean break. Maybe this candle pushes up and does some kind of, you know, retracement, and then we kind of sell off towards 300. I hit the like button, D. Hey, I appreciate that, Jimbo. Notice how I closed back into the range, though. Could be another flush coming. Yeah, you gotta basically now you're just kind of being patient, chat, right? Because if you caught that short, you shouldn't have FOMO as far as trying to chase every single candle. You're waiting for more confirmation that we're gonna head lower. What does that look like? That looks like lower highs, right? Like not being able to pop previous candles highs, and then you get more selling pressure kind of stepping back into the market to take us lower. That's what you would ideally be looking for if we're going to continue to the downside towards 23,300. So we're going to find out. Don't you worry. We're getting ready for power hour. It's almost 3 o'clock. You're going into the last couple minutes of a 1 hour candle closing, chat. Nasty long wick at the top. You got a wick at the bottom as well. Who wants to hold this going into the weekend? Who, you know, like I said, you know, talk to yourself and question yourself on that. Do you really want to hold this going into the weekend as far as longs? All right, so let's see. So yeah, I would think, right, if you're a bear, you're looking for these lower highs to be basically put in, and then you kind of continue with the selling pressure to the downside. All right, if that's what the move is going to be. We got 2,400 people tuning into the show, guys. Do me a solid, hit the like button. I'm trying to get to 1,000 likes. Feel like I've been dropping some pretty good sauce all day. Saw a lot of W's in the chat. Just called out another winning setup there. You gotta love it. Trying to keep the streak alive. 1,000 plus likes in the afternoon. We had 2,500 likes on the morning show, guys. So that will, if we're able to get to 1,000 likes, that'll put us at 3,500 plus likes total on the day. That's cray with Lil Ray Ray. Make no mistake about it. So just for some perspective here, right? If we're able to close out today, over 3,000 likes on the total day, guys, we're gonna be well over probably 33,000 likes over the last 10 days of streaming. That's cray with Lil Ray Ray. GRM, I just made a mistake about it. Oh man. Giveaway. Yeah, there's no giveaway today. There is no giveaway today. Not at the moment. You never know with PW. You might pop in here and start going crazy, guys. You never know. But at the moment, yeah, we don't have a giveaway, guys. We don't do giveaways all the time. So it's a free stream. But hey, the biggest giveaway that we could do is, I feel, is giving back to the space, guys. I haven't called out a single losing trade today, so I think that's a giveaway, to be honest. RIP to the shorts, I guess. Not necessarily. Not until I start seeing us basically close above the 14 EMA, right? 23,360. I would have to see that. I need to see us close back above it. If not, this is just a retracement and we're going to head towards 300 now. So and we're in that we're officially in power hour, chat. Liquidity King, no giveaway, unliked, LOL. Okay, well, we're going to give you a 10-second time out there, sir, for verbalizing that. So we gave you a 10-second time out there. Oh, man, you got to love it. So I don't understand how this market expresses the short at the bottom like this. No solid short entries here. Yeah, so glorified bodies. Yeah, so basically you're looking for lower lows to be put in. So when you start seeing lower lows get put in, that's basically telling you that the bears are clearly stepping back into the market, right? So the typical bear structure, lower highs and lower lows. But this could have been just a retracement, chat, right? Back towards that 14 EMA. Then all of a sudden we start flushing these lows and we're sitting below 324. Right, headed towards 300. So in this kind of market, guys, right, for us to trend higher, we need a solid close. Look how many candles have not been able to close so far above the 14 EMA, guys. Look at all these candles, right? They have not been able to basically overtake and close above the 14. So that's telling you that there's a lot of selling pressure in the market. So you're looking for, see how we just took out the previous candles low? So now you're watching. We got a minute and 44 seconds left, and you're trying to see if we can kind of flush now these lows at like 324, and you're headed to 300, right? You see the exhaustion wick up top. That's telling you that a lot of selling pressure kind of stepping in. There's a new low put in. So just kind of keep that in mind, guys. Higher time frame is super bearish. So do you want to fight that? I don't want to fight that. I'm just trying to join in the direction that they're taking the market. That's all. So look out to 300 level or lower. Got about 30 seconds left on the current 5-minute candle. There's 23,318. New lows put in. 1 hour can't. Every time frame right now is bearish, guys. Right? Every 15-minute chart, 30-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour dailies. Looking cray with little Ray. So bearish engulfing candle on the previous 5-minute candle that just closed out. So that's why I wouldn't be looking for longs, chat, right? Until we can kind of reclaim the 14 EMA. I would just be looking for lower highs, and then you're trying to continue the downside momentum towards 300. Sweep monthly low soon, 23,043. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. There's 320. Yeah, like I said, not looking great at the moment for bulls. Bulls are getting toasted, guys. Oh man, you gotta love it. Cray week, chat. Shout out to Chris. I live down the street from Las Olas. I was just there last night. Let's go. Yeah, I went to the beach last night after the stream, guys. Had to get some nothing like that ocean breeze out the Atlantic. You know what? I'm starting to love it. Oh man. Liam, what section am I live? Yeah, so typically, PW's, he's been out past couple weeks. He's he was doing some night streams last week. He was in Cali last week. This week he's in Mexico. He's doing the trophy truck racing, chat. Make no mistake about it. Tomorrow is the race. So he had qualifiers yesterday, qualified, and then tomorrow's the race. He's gonna be streaming. So I would say keep an eye out for his social media pages, guys, IG and X, to get more information on when that it's going to be streamed live. But typically when he's here, he does the morning stream, right? The morning open, and I come on immediately after that. So I would say stay tuned to the channel. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and the notification button, and you'll get basically an update. You'll get an alert when we go live. So, but typically he streams the morning and does the morning open, right? That 9:30 open, and then I stream after that. So sometimes we stream together. It just depends on, what's going on. So, but if this is your first time, thanks for checking out the stream. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream, and you'll be back. It took over 2 years to get to a first payout, chat. Been training for over 10 years. All right, there's 315. Like I said, you're looking for a possibility of 300 level or lower, right? Keep in mind though, guys, that it is it's been a downtown Julie Brown day. Why 300 or lower? Because that's a psychological number, right? 23,300, and then obviously you could get into the 200s. It just depends on the momentum. How much lower do they want to take us? But that's a nice kind of like psychological number, and then you're looking for could be even lower. And this is gonna kind of set us up for next week, chat, right? It's gonna be interesting next week as well, because we have to see what now obviously we know a lot of this we have to think, chat, right? We have to kind of speculate that a lot of this is war related. Trump comes out over the weekend and says, hey, deal done, whatever the case may be with Iran. Well, guess what, chat? You're going to see some crazy pops to the upside. So make no, so.
Scalped on gold market smiley face.
Nice. All right, we lost 310. Is this the basically flush now to 300 level? You're kind of getting back and forth action, not necessarily clean action. A lot of wick off action, chat, on the way down. But we're still putting in lower lows at the moment. Just hasn't been necessarily like clean on the way down, but we are putting in lower lows, so. Trend going on a holiday. Yeah, this drop is not healthy for the market. This thing is gonna keep going down a ton. Yeah, it could. And remember, chat, we're not to that 350 time where you could also get some action, right? So keep that in mind. It's 312. Little push back up. You gotta love that. Do me a solid, guys. We're sitting at 836 likes, trying to break that streak of 1,000 likes, right? So that way we'll be over 3,500 for the day. Called out multiple trades that I took today. Didn't have a losing trade, so today was you gotta love that. You wish you could do that every day, but we know that's not the case. Let's see, that move back up here was about 25 points to the upside. And it's like kind of comical, chat, like, right? Somebody made a really good point earlier, like who wants to hold this, kind of going into the weekend, but that doesn't mean that we can't get these kind of like sporadic pops kind of going into the last few minutes that we're open, or who knows, right? Today, if we had a crazy pop yesterday, they could easily do the same thing today, kind of rocket ship this thing back up. So who knows? Bulls are showing some kind of life here on this current 5-minute candle. You got about 40 seconds left. Is that gonna continue, chat, or are we headed back to towards 300? Just drag around and buy stop around above the wicks, not closing above the engulfer. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, it's not. You're probably talking about the bearish one, right? That's what you're saying. Yeah, you got 8 seconds left. But now you got a bullish engulfing candle though. You gotta love NQ, chat. So bullish engulfing candle there that just printed. Last Sunday when the market opened, it looked like someone took a red Sharpie all the way down the screen. Oh, man. So now, yeah, I mean, we're getting, you know, we're very early in this 1 hour candle, guys. Very early. Long wick, top and bottom. Had a bullish engulfing candle. Can we, you know, do the bulls have enough momentum, I guess, right, at the moment to get us back above the 23,347? That's the 14 EMA on the 5-minute chart. What stock is this? Yeah, this is the futures market. So we're trading in Q futures market. Yo, D-Money, you're the GOAT. All love. Hey, I appreciate the kind words. Trump, drill, baby, drill. Yeah, he said that the other day, too. I mean, I called out some decent trades here, guys, already, right? So now just got to be patient and see if there's anything else that's worth taking, or at least attempting, I should say, in this afternoon session. You had the short call out to the downside, saw the reaction off the EMAs. That was a really good trade, actually. So here's the retracement of the. Here's a retracement to the 14 EMA. So let's see how price reacts to that 350 area. Yeah, I'm not hopping in. Yeah, I was telling Ginger, guys, they're coming. They're dropping off my a plate here. So, yeah, I'm not hopping in a sell right now. Bulls were pushing the market pretty aggressive. Need to kind of see how this plays out. So you got basically trying to map out here this this level, chat. With these lower highs. So that's right off the EMA. That's a pretty clean rejection. So that's a little interesting, right? That we just had that rejection. So, right, let's see how this candle closes. You got 3 minutes left. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Pretty clean rejection so far off the EMAs, right back down. So that's not great if you're a bull. Yeah, this is looking now this is looking a little bit more convincing here, chat, right? To the downside here. We better be able to close that gap fast. Yeah, we're gonna find out. Got that drop off the EMA, nice. Yeah, but look at that push right back up. So I hope you close that out. So yeah, so far you're getting a you're definitely getting a reaction here, guys, off the EMAs. But need to be careful. You don't have a top wick on the current 5-minute candle, so that's a little strange that we don't have a top wick, chat. With that bottom wick forming like that, that is not something I would be holding for shorts at the moment, right? Yeah, she said she's gonna let me know. She said they're not gonna come out there. We gotta, I guess they're not gonna get out of the car. Yeah, I'll let you know what she says. Thanks. D-Money, I just made 5K done for the day. Nice, FX Mark. Yeah, you got to be a little cautious here, guys. If you didn't catch that short right off the EMA, look at the pullback of about 20 points, right? Now, it could flush McGush here. Now it's looking a little bit more weaker, kind of going into the close of that candle. Just want to see, right, how this candle closes with that top wick, with the non-existent top wick. A lot of times you get some trickery. And they kind of push it back the opposite direction. So that top wick is very strange. You still got time, 27 seconds. That top wick looking like a long, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, chat, right? That's very strange. And almost like they wanted to pop that previous high, right? They didn't do it, so. 355 area, right? So let's see how this kind of plays out now. So maybe that was just some kind of trickery, right? To kind of trap people, and then they flush it lower. Because I mean, we are going into getting closer to that close time. That not a lot of people want to hold this thing, you know, but kind of you want to see pick up steam quickly below 325 if that's the case, if they're going to flush McGush. Back towards 308. So if we can hold previous candles lows, chat, at the moment, right, you would have to say bears are back in control. Previous candles highs, I mean, bears are back in control. And you're targeting maybe a flush below these lows down here at 309. To the downside. But knee-jerk reaction kind of deal, like you want to see follow through, right? Kind of like a flush now. They've already retested the 14 EMA, so you should see, like, they're going to flush it. You should see it happen pretty quick, ideally, right? So there was a bit of a kind of like downside move. And you would be looking for kind of like continuation down here. Kind of like flush below 300. All right, there it is. So there's a drop. Do they got continuation here, guys? Flush this level with conviction here. Right back up at the moment. You're going into the close of a 30-minute candle that looks womp, guys. So that's part of the issues, that you're getting this chop because this 30-minute candle has a long wick at the top and the bottom, right? So it's like it needs to kind of pick up momentum to the downside here. Flush McGush. D-Money, the only thing that is worrying me for shorts are the wickless 5-minute. Yeah, but I mean, all right, 2 minutes out, it looks like. Yeah, I mean, you got that, but you got to also kind of realize we're going into the weekend, right? So who wants to hold it? So, but... now you're looking to see if price will respect like this 348 level and then push down towards those lows, right? Or if you're gonna just get a pop to the upside, who knows? Kind of trap as many people as they can. So Nothing surprises me with NQ, guys, right? You could get a pop here, and then all of a sudden, maybe going into the last 10 minutes. Who knows, right? You get a flush McGush, but I wouldn't be holding anything on my live account going into the weekend. So I'll be looking for kind of like a reaction here off the 14, guys, and then now you're looking below 323 to 300 level or lower. You got it? Finally. Thank God. All right, thanks. Really? Oh, yeah. Cray, cray. So, but at the moment, you're just kind of getting chopped here, chat, because, right, you're kind of getting like back and forth action. Ideally, you would love this EMA to be respected, and we just kind of flush and finally lose it. But if we kind of keep battling here, that's not great for bears either, though, right? Because we could be setting up for a pop above those EMAs. So you want to see it like sell off, pull back away to the downside below those EMAs and stay down there and get back below 323. So ideally for shorts. We've had a 600 point sell-off. So overall, since the overnight high, right? We talked about that. So, but let's see if they got enough momentum to kind of flush us to 300. Kind of back and forth action. So yeah, you like this now, guys, that it turned bearish, right? So you like that. Took a quick stab at a short, and was up a few points on it. Kind of chopped that, right? So I want to see if we can kind of sell off here, up a few points, guys. Gonna give this a little bit more, and I'm gonna close this out. Want to flush, might not get it. So if it starts kind of pulling back, I'm gonna chop it, right? Oh, don't like that. So I'm gonna close that trade, guys. I'm gonna just take the profit there. I don't like that pullback. I want no part of that pullback, guys. I want a continuation. So had a few points there. We'll take it. If they if they lose these lows below 324, I'll probably reshort again, looking towards 300. But just choppy. It's not this is, you know, it's not breaking down as of yet, right? It's not breaking down. There's the push right back up. And I'm glad I closed that trade out, because that was definitely some chop right back up, guys. Don't want, yeah. Hesitation, chat, for follow through is typically gonna equal a reversal. So when you see it start taking a long time to kind of break down, that's not momentum to the downside, guys. That's almost setting up for a possible reversal. And look what's happening right now. Look at this push right back up. So I'm glad I closed that trade out. You can just kind of feel it, guys, right? You can kind of sense it. Look at that 25 point pop right back up. So I wasn't gonna play around with that. So I need to start seeing basically lower lows here, kind of take out 324, and I think that would be more ideal for more downside. You got about less than 25 minutes for the market to kind of finalize out, at least for regular hours. It let me stop me out at break even too. Yeah, see? That's the thing. So, and then here's another rejection, guys, right off the 14. So it's like, but a higher high was put in so far. So bearish engulfing. On what time frame are you looking at for a bearish engulfing? I mean, this might play out to the downside here, guys. I just want lows basically get taken first, right? We lose 323. You're targeting 300. Or lower. But I just kind of felt it, right? Those hesitation. That's not the wave, chat, right? When you see that hesitation, that's not the wave. So I had to cut that off. NQ, ain't nobody got time for that. Have a good weekend, everyone. Yeah, you yourself. If you're agreeing practice with paper or one micro, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that at all. DMONEY, any dates for the weekend? Yeah, I got a date with my daughter. So it's my weekend with my daughter, chat. But overall, pretty good day, chat, right? So, not going to complain about it. You know, as we kind of wind down for the last 20 plus minutes, you know, do the Bears have enough juice left to kind of take us below 300? That's the question. Or if we're just going to kind of range here going into the close. Might long this then if the short is a bad idea. Might long it this then if the short is a bad idea. Yeah, I'm not saying the short's a bad idea. I'm just saying I need to see more, something more convincing to want to stay short, right? I tried this short and I didn't get follow through, like for a break of new lows, right? Price basically hesitated and pushed right back up. So, I mean that's just what it is. You know, you know if you see a long, take a long, right? But clearly the momentum is to the downside, guys, right? I just, like I said, I feel like if we lose these lows here below like 323, I think that's probably a better short opportunity. Kind of anticipate momentum towards 300 or lower, but we'll see. And so far, lower highs compared to these highs up here, right? That's a low. Those are lower highs, but you know, is that enough to kind of finally flush us towards this low and then to 300 or lower? Nice little 3-point range. Yep, I agree. I agree. JC trades, we've been ranging since 2 o'clock. Yeah. Yep. And I mean, we know that that's typically the wave, right, chat? Where it's kind of like you get solid movement and then sometimes the price. And keep in mind, you got Trump speaking today, F1. Doesn't mean that it's all right, there it is. There's the break below, guys. Is this enough to flush us to 300 level or lower? Gonna hold it a little bit, see if we get more momentum to the downside. All right, there's 10. There was right at 10 points. Is there a little bit more in the tank here, guys? Towards 300. There's 311. Let's go, baby. Come on, guys. She gone. She gone. She gone. There's 302. All right, we'll take that, guys. We'll take it. Never fear. Going into the close, D-Money's here. You gotta love it. Oh, man. There was the break that I waited for. Got chopped on the first try. And there was the second attempt, guys. Drop a W in the chat if you took the short there. You had the break of, I was waiting for the break of 322. You gotta love that. That was over a 20-point drop to the downside. Took a while there, got chopped on the first attempt, closed it out because I didn't like the price action, and I felt that if we were able to break this low, I said it multiple times, guys, right? If we break that 323 low, then I felt that that was going to be the momentum kind of shifter, and sure enough, that played out. So you got to love it. You were wrong. It didn't go to 300. That was 23,302, sir. We're going to give you a 2-second timeout, or 10-second timeout there. We're going to give you, yeah, Tobias, we're going to give you a 10-second timeout there, sir. Throwing water on my parade there, sir. Oh, man. Oh. He gone. Yeah, he gone for 10 seconds. He's probably back already. Yeah, he's probably back already because it's already. Oh man, that's a huge W though. Yeah, I mean, guys, you're not gonna, you know, doesn't mean we can't get to 300. But hey, I had no intent of holding it to 300. I saw the points. I took it off. It is what it is. 2 points, I'll take that. Guys, if I can be within 2 points of calling the area, right, I think I'm going to be all right, chat. How tall is Ginger? Oh, man. V-Moon. V-Moon, you've had some very interesting comments towards me, sir. Now you're pursuing Ginger. We're gonna give you a 10-second timeout, sir, just because you can't make up your mind on who you're trying to pursue here. And D-Money only goes one way, either way, but for the ladies. But I think we got to give you I think it's only appropriate because I remember your user ID, sir. You've had some pretty controversial comments, so now you're trying to approach Ginger. So somebody said VIP room is the answer. Oh, man. So, yeah, I think that definitely qualified him for a 10-second time out there, chat. Bro is confused. Oh, man. What are the levels that you have drawn out? Yeah, so basically this was a support level that was kind of mapped out off the higher time frame. It was basically previous candles wicks, like a reactionary level. The last time we were here, we bounced off of it back to the upside. So, all right, guys, there's 299. So we hit the 300 level. Tobias, you gotta love it. JC Trades, there's your 300. Yeah, there's 295. You gotta love it, chat. Oh man. Brawley back. What did Brawley say? I remember Brawley's. I'll take you on a date this weekend, D. Big Brawley, man. We got to give you another timeout, sir. You are just.
Oh, the Big Brawley.
Yeah, Big Brawley, we're going to give you a 1 minute timeout, sir, because we feel like you are just that username. Yeah, that username, Big Brawley. I have a hard time even saying your user ID, but I have to say it, unfortunately. Big Brawley. So, yeah, you got a 1 minute timeout there, sir, for violating. Oh, man. All right, there it is, guys. There's a sell-off to the downside. Make no mistake about it. She gone. There's 23,280. You gotta love it. So what did we kind of see on that short chat? We saw price action kind of forming, right? So you guys saw I got chopped on close it out for a small win, but I got chopped on the price action. Wasn't willing to kind of hold it because we started kind of having a reaction back up the opposite direction. Then we got a clean basically closure back below the 14 and then took that right once we saw the break of these lows. This was my kind of level that I was really watching for, 323. Once we broke that, it was off to the races to the downside, guys. And we had roughly about a 40, almost 44 point drop below that 323 level. And you're getting ready for that last 10 minutes. We're getting close, chat. Right, we got about 11 minutes and 48 seconds left for the market to be open regular hours. So is that gonna result in a huge pop to the upside on some randomness like yesterday or Tuesday? Remains to be seen. MJS. Oh man, here we go. D, can you be the salt to my pizza? Wow. So yeah, you got a 1 minute timeout there, sir. Good trades today. Don't matter how the markets are. You sure seem to still pull through it and give us some profits. Gotta love it. Hey, just deals. I appreciate the kind words. I definitely try, chat. I'll tell you that much. I definitely try, right? Not every day it's going to be a no losing trade day, but today's one of those days. So do me a solid if you haven't already, guys. Hit the like button. So, and what do you know? We hit 1,000 likes, so the streak remains alive. So we're going to be over 3,500 likes combined for both streams, chat. So that's every day for the last basically 2 weeks while PW was out in California and Mexico. So I appreciate the support, guys. I don't take it for granted. I do my best to kind of call out what I'm looking for, analyzing the market, and why I'm taking these trades. So if you're new to the stream and this is your first day rocking out with the BDH, we rock out Monday through Friday, no later than 9 a.m. We're out here trying to make a little money. So welcome to the show. Hit the subscribe button. If you rock out with us every day, we love you. Is he? Did he send me something or? Oh, okay. when you're looking at the levels, how do you decide on it? Like, what are you looking at specifically? Yeah, I talked through that, right? You gotta kind of. So I clearly said multiple times that I felt that this was the candle low, right? Because I attempted a short here. I got basically chopped. Price started to push back up, and I got out of that trade. And I wanted a clean break of this level, right? This was, in my opinion, these lows were kind of hanging on for dear life right here, right? So these lows. These lows were hanging on for dear life, right? And once we got a break below those lows, that was my level that I wanted for shorts, guys, right? So just had an order sitting there for the break to the downside. And look at the continuation. She's still dropping. She gone. D, don't you get tired in front of the charts all day? I mean, by the time you're done with the stream, you definitely don't want to talk to anybody for a little bit. That's just streamer life, chat, right? People, maybe they don't understand that if you're not, kind of talking and looking at the charts. But if you're doing it for PW, talked about that as well. Like if you're kind of in front of the charts for an extended period of time, you do want some kind of, you need a break to kind of refresh. So you dropped it, Ginger? Really? Tiger Woods involved in a horrible car accident? Really? Oh man, again?
Right, again.
Because he had, remember back in the day, guys, he had, yeah. Rollover crash, wow. So hopefully he's all right, chat. All right, so PW is gonna be live, guys. What time did he say, Ginger? All right, so PW is gonna be live in less than 20 minutes, guys. So so around 4:10, PW is gonna be live. So Ginger is spamming the chat with the link there. So around 4:10, PW is going to be live. So make sure you guys check that out. Is it his qualifying? Okay. Oh, yeah. It says we will be pulling up on stage for tech here in Mexico live in 20 to 30 minutes. Tune in. Let's see some BDH in the chat. Yeah, so, yeah, guys. So, in a he's saying live in 20 to 30 minutes, right? That was 5 minutes ago. They're going to be live. So, you'll be able to kind of chime in and drop some BDH in the chat. You got to love it. Ginger's dropping the link here. Looks like all racers are being introduced and he'll be live in 20 minutes. That's what Ginger just put. So make sure you guys are actually tuning in for that right after the stream, guys. D, are you going to be there too? No, I'm not. I'm going to be with my daughter. Shout out to PSC West. Thank you, DMONEY. Modest green every day this week. You got to love it. So you got a pretty decent pop here. Yeah. Oh, they already put it in there?
Yeah,
nice. Yeah. So he's not on there yet, guys, but keep spamming BDH on that stream. You got to love it. Yeah, I got my daughter this weekend, chat. So I'll be chilling out with my daughter. So you gotta love it. So I think overall, guys, you know, tried to hold down the fort as best as I could while PW was out. And he'll be back next week. So make sure you're subscribed. If you're not, you'll get a notification when we're live. Appreciate the kind words there, chat. So let's see, right? I mean, other than, you know, we had to put quite a few people on some 10-second timeouts. So for some questionable behavior, but or questionable comments, I should say. People are starting to feel good, chat. It's like I see a pattern that happens. You start calling out some pretty good trades and people start to get loose as a goose. This is a great channel. The knowledge, the vibe, the people. Thanks for everything. Hey, thank you for tuning in. That's for everybody, chat. Thanks for tuning into the show. Obviously, right? Without you guys, there's no us. So I don't take that for granted. I know PW doesn't take that for granted. We know that you know, without your support, we are nothing, literally. So D, can I expect a goodbye kiss so I won't miss you too much over the weekend? Yeah, we're gonna give you a 10-second timeout there, sir. We're gonna give you a 10-second timeout there. That definitely qualifies for a timeout there, sir. Oh man, we knew it was coming. We know somebody was gonna do it. Vammy999, I'm going to complain to PW that you were late a few days. Yeah, we're going to give you a 10-second time out there, sir. So there you go, Vammy. You're going to be late coming back to the stream because you got a 10-second time out. So you got to love it. Where's Ginger's live trading session? Ginger doesn't trade futures, chat.
That would be a weird thing.
D-Buddy got his finger on the trigger. Oh, man. Talk about, yeah, we got to do something, chat. It's getting a little, right? People are getting a little expressive, overly expressive. Mike Baker. These are habitational, yeah, habitational offenders. Yeah, I don't know what it is, guys, but 10 minutes timeout will control the trolls. Yeah, we might have to look at that going forward, chat. Forget baby oil when Cisco is just fine. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Jason Thompson, we're gonna give you a timeout as well. You're gonna get a 1-minute timeout there, sir. Oh man. But never fear, the BDH is here. You got PW Ginger dropped the link. You might want to drop that a few more times in there, Ginger. So she's gonna re-drop the link here, guys. PW is gonna be I guess they're gonna be showing all the people that are in the race and all that stuff getting ready. So we're dropping a link in there for you guys to have it. Make sure you head over and check it out.
Truck has got the work
The Warbucks, yeah. Yeah, so we're...
Want to see it coming soon and then start spamming it.
So you'll be able to see PW when you see the Warbucks truck, guys. PW's Warbucks truck. Start spamming the chat, BDH, right? And that link that Ginger just dropped. They got racers that are starting to come through now. So we're gonna call it here, chat, because that's happening now. So very soon. So we're gonna call it here. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Stay safe. Mike Baker, $2 tip harassment. Yeah, on your part, sir, with the Cisco Crisco oil comment there versus baby oil. So other than that, guys, have a good weekend. I'm gonna go hang out with my daughter and stay safe. So head on over to that link to check out PW. Until I see you next stream, I'm gone.